Good morning, everyone. Hope you're well. Just as we begin this morning, just want to share with you what I plan to do with these devotions going forward. So what I'm hoping to do is I'm hoping to keep doing this until the end of June, and then I'm going to take a break. I'm going to be taking some holiday time anyway in July, so it fits in with that. So we'll take a break from the end of June, but we'll keep going until we get to then. I'm glad that people have been enjoying them and you've been responding to them, and I'm glad that they've been helpful. I keep discovering people who have been watching them, so thank you for your encouragement. And we're going to continue this morning as we read Psalm 19. This is a psalm. C.S. Lewis said this about this psalm: "I take this to be the greatest poem in the Psalter and one of the greatest lyrics in the world." That's fairly high praise, I would say, and it certainly fits for a psalm which means an awful lot to an awful lot of people. Let's read it. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the sky above proclaims his handiwork. Day to day pours out speech, and night to night reveals knowledge. There is no speech, nor are there words whose voice is not heard. Their voice goes out through all the earth, and their words to the ends of the world. In them he has set a tent for the sun, which comes out like a bridegroom leaving his chamber, and like a strong man runs its course with joy. Its rising is from the end of the heavens, and its circuit to the end of them. There is nothing hidden from its heat. The law of the Lord is perfect, reviving the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. The precepts of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The rules of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. More to be desired are they than gold, even much fine gold. Sweeter also than honey, and drippings of the honeycomb. Moreover, by them is your servant warned. In keeping them there is great reward. Who can discern his errors? Declare me innocent from hidden faults. Keep back your servant also from presumptuous sins. Let them not have dominion over me. Then I shall be blameless and innocent of great transgression. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. They are great lyrics, they are great words, and a beautifully structured and put together poem. Back in 2011, I started writing a blog occasionally, and it was very occasional, and it sort of stopped and started and stopped and started again. But the very first substantive thing I wrote was about this psalm. I just realised that last night, and I think it's because it's a psalm which just simply speaks of God's revelation of himself to us, how he shows himself to us, and he shows himself to us first of all in what he has made. There is something, isn't there, about a sunset or a sunrise, if you're up that early these days, or a rainbow, or whatever it might be, that just makes you stand back in awe when you look up at the sky. There's something about a starry night far from the lights of town, or a harvest moon, that just makes us want to stand back and just give adoration, give praise, demonstrate our awe of what is around us in creation. But that awe has to be rightly directed, and it's directed towards the God of creation in this psalm, not towards creation itself, as the pagans would have done, and worshipping the sun and the moon and the stars and all of that. That's not what's being talked about here. What's being talked about here is worshipping the Lord of creation, the one who brought it all into being. And he reveals himself in his creation from day to day and from night to night. There is never a day or a night or a place on this planet where that voice is not, where that voice is silent. where he is not revealing himself. It's just constant. It's ongoing. And as he reveals himself in nature and creation, so we long to know him even more. And that's where the second half of the psalm comes in, the law, his revealed word to us. Because he doesn't just show himself in creation, by which we would simply know there is a God who made all this, but he reveals to us in his word his character. And in the law, in the word that he gives us, we can find revival of our souls, the psalmist says. We can find wisdom. We can find joy. We can find righteousness. We find these words desirable, sweeter than honey to taste. And they are all these things, the words of God, revealed in what the psalmist knew as his law, what we would describe as his Bible. The words of God are all these things to us because they reveal more and more of who he is to us. And as we delve deeper into God's word, we discover more of him, and he shapes us and he allows us to grow in our relationship with him. And that's why the word is so sweet. That's why the word is so precious, because it draws us into God. It draws us closer to him. It draws us into relationship with him. It reveals him to us in his righteousness, in his love, in his mercy, in his grace, and not simply in his power, as creation reveals him. And so, as you look at the day ahead of you, as you maybe take a moment and maybe are able to admire the sunset, I don't know what the sky is going to be like later on, or as you just see the creation around you, as you watch the birds as they are in our back garden flitting back and forth with food in their mouths to their nests. As you see all of that and you admire all of that and you adore the one who made all of that, then turn to his word to know more of him. Turn to his word to let him shape you and show you himself. Let his word search you. Let his word guide you, as the psalmist suggests at the end of the psalm. Let it focus your mind on him. And let this be your prayer, as it's the psalmist's prayer at the end of it. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. God bless you today. Take care.